Well, hello everyone. Don Garman here for Mirador Capital Partners here again. Here we are in August 2021. We are cruising through the summer here, and just wanted to take a minute and update you on some of our thoughts and how they're evolving going into the fall. Um, it's sort of nice because now if I haven't checked in a few weeks, I get pinged by a certain group of you that like to check in from time to time, and you remind me that we haven't touched base in a bit. So here we are, and I thought I would share with you that I did a little straw poll of a dozen or so people who watch these regularly, and we sort of discussed what the right interval for these would be. As you've always heard, I don't love to just ping you with not a ton to say or not a ton has changed. But we thought definitely monthly updates would be the right interval until and at which point things get a little bit more turbulent, rocky, could be sooner than later. And then we will probably start to check in on a more frequent interval, maybe every couple weeks, or as the case may be, maybe every week or so over certain periods. So I would refresh your memory that a few months ago, I mentioned in this video chat that I was not overly concerned with markets going into the summer for the reason that the numbers that people reported in this July quarter, basically our Q2, era that is reported in July, was going to be the market was going to have a hard time kind of falling out of bed when everyone looked like they were going to be up 60% year on year. As we all recall, Q2 of 2020, March, April, shut, May, pretty shut, June, and kind of by July, August, September, just judging by my own family spending, everyone was adapting, and we went from the sort of dark days of the, fully shut, can't go outside to takeout and whatever the adaptations that we were all making. Certainly the spending was coming back online. Here we are, mid-summer 2021. We've got a Delta variant now. We have some question about what will happen with schools. However, the quarter that is being reported is not disappointing in the absolute sense. The numbers have been fantastic, and interestingly, profit margins are at an all-time high for the S&P 500. So this is somewhat of a admission and recognition that a lot of the employees, that are being sort of paid for by the government to offset the burden of COVID, have opted not to come back to work, and companies have adapted. So a lot of the costs associated with running these businesses are in the people that come in and out of the doors every day. And so if you're able to do the same amount of revenue with a few less people, that generally falls to the bottom line. The jury's out on whether or not this is a short-sighted miscalculation by a group of people that the workplace is adapting to without them. We'll see how that's going to, unfold over the coming quarters. But what I said at the beginning or a couple of months ago is that my hunch would be somewhere into the fall, once kids are back in school, the tone of the momentum will start to perhaps ebb. So I think the last week is notable in the sense that we've had kind of strong openings and weak closes, and strong openings and weak closes, and so we're kind of hovering a couple percent depending on which index you're looking at off of the all-time high. We're certainly hanging in there in many cases, somewhat better than that. But I look to the calendar now and note that in 2 weeks, my junior in high school will be back in school, God willing. I don't know if that's in class or virtual or what they're going to do, but school will start again. And then I think there will be a lot of people kind of coming back to the realization that as good as things seem to be for the moment, there might be some general deceleration or some right now earnings for Q3, the quarter we're in, are still going up, so that people are marking up their numbers for this quarter and even a little bit into the next. And then we have to deal with 2022, where we had the euphoria around reopening this January and the vaccine rollout, and people kind of getting back to whatever the new normal is and shall continue to evolve into. But anyway, we will have to grapple with that at some point. And that's, if you've seen the positioning and the strategies, there is what we're calling a tiptoe toward the door, that time in any party where the volume levels rise and we start to look for our coats and wonder if we should get out before the crowd. So that would certainly characterize my feeling about where we are, and we're kind of doing that without a real surge, but just kind of a deliberate, as we tend to do it, kind of repositioning over many days and several months. So with that being said, we will leave it at that for the moment. And once again, thank you. Appreciate those of you who enjoy these and enjoy tuning in. We will look forward to chatting with you soon. Thanks. Bye.